Good day, everybody. My name is Dana Massett with the Sun, Your Soul, and the Mindful Mama. So interesting. I was sitting here thinking about what should I talk about? What do I need to talk about? What does a collective need? So what came to me was number one, refocusing. We'll get back to that. Number two, we have taken so much for granted, myself included. I have this landscape on my laptop and it's of the mountains in Montana and has like this beautiful stream flowing through it, rich green colors. You can see the rock coming through the trees. We can't go there right now. I mean, technically, I guess we could. I don't think we would get arrested, but we can't really travel right now. It's not safe to travel. All of these places that maybe even just visiting friends, visiting family, going to school. We were zombies. We just would do all these things, workout classes, going to yoga, seeing people, hugging people. It was just part of our normal everyday thing that I don't think we thought twice about. So it's really reflecting, what have I taken for granted? But maybe even to change the wording, how can I say, I know there's some aspects of ourselves that we say, yes, in these moments I'm on autopilot, but I also think there's other moments where we really think we're being present and we're not. So just digest that and feel what that feels like. We all do that. I was going to say we were all guilty of that, but I hate like using that word. Why should we feel guilty about not being present in the moment? We're human. Okay, so refocusing. When we're in a standstill, which we're in a huge standstill right now, we're very limited on what we can do. We don't know how long this healing of Mother Earth is going to take in the collective. Refocusing, and I know I talked about this in a couple other snippets of videos, refocusing on, where do my priorities lie? Maybe your job has been taken away. Maybe your job and career has shifted a little bit through this. Now parents are meant to like basically homeschool their children. That is super challenging. A lot of us are experiencing more free time. What are we going to do with that? I mean, totally cool, binge Netflix, binge Amazon, but when you get bored of that, because you will, what are those things for the past 10 years that you wanted to do? Projects at home, creative projects, maybe writing letters, maybe writing a book, maybe starting a blog, maybe starting a vlog. What are things that you wanted to do? It's funny, one of my girlfriends, a couple of my girlfriends wanted to take these online trainings, really important trainings. And life was so busy that maybe they would jump into it a little bit and they would have to jump out of it and press the pause button because life was so busy. Life can just be busy by seeing all the people that you want to see in your life because you enjoy their company. And life can be busy because of family and career. Now, my friends are able to take these courses. It might not sound like a really big deal, but it's interesting. It's almost like the universe is carving out this space. The universe has wanted us to slow down and reconnect so bad for decades and decades. Now the universe has had enough and we're stopping it. We're forcing reconnection. We're forcing families to come back together. It just makes me curious because we're in a time of heightened technology. Babies have tablets, toddlers have phones at this point. My kids are 11 and 13 and they have phones. So we're in a different time, and I feel so bad for parents during this time because it's a constant fight. Okay, what do we call it? Like screen time. Okay, go outside. We're in a different time. So now we're in a way different time where there's new limitations. What are we going to do with that? Are we going to be stuck? Are we going to be stuck in the fear and anxiety? Or are we going to break through and say, hey, I recognize this is my situation right now and this is my limitation, but this is what I'm going to choose to do with my mind. This is where my focus is going to go. I'm going to choose to be creative. I'm going to choose to be productive. I'm going to choose to reconnect with myself because I've abandoned my self-care. I don't even know if I love myself, so I'm going to focus on self-love. So think about that. For you, what have you taken for granted? Now that we're so restricted, I think it's easy to think about, whoa, I took this for granted. Um, and what are you going to refocus on? It's funny because I think about, man, when the world goes back to normal, am I going to fall back into those old patterns? Like now, I'm totally loving my workouts. I do like a cardio type of workout in the morning for an hour, and then sometimes I'm doing a yoga in the evening. And I am feeling so good under these circumstances because I'm taking care of myself and I'm putting myself as a priority. So I wonder and I'm curious, when life goes back to normal, or will life go back to that normal? Maybe it's going to be a different normal. Am I going to abandon these things that I'm enjoying right now? So it's just something to think about. So think about, what have you taken for granted and that you're really going to focus not doing, and what are you going to refocus on? And I would love to hear your ideas of what you're doing during this time. Please share your ideas, because even with this, I'm still getting bored. I'm like, okay, well, what do I do now? Namaste.